Hi guys, welcome to the multi-award winning Emerald House of Cars. We're a totally unique family run business on a mission to be the best car dealership in the UK. Our commitment is to give you guys the best buying experience you've ever received, whether you plan on purchasing completely online using our free next day delivery service with 7-day money back guarantee, or you're coming to the showroom to meet the team. We've made everything as easy and as transparent as possible so that you've got full confidence in choosing Emerald for your next car. A little later in the video, we'll show you how our vehicles are prepared before sale in our on-site RAC approved service centre. But for now, sit back, relax and enjoy the following video.
Hello there guys, and welcome to this quick virtual walk around of the stunning black metallic Audi S5 Quattro. That is one baller whip that doesn't just offer the utmost comfort and refinement, but also ballistic power at the flick of a button. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you a quick walk around of this, show you all the exterior and all the interior features and all the reasons, more importantly, why you should most certainly think about having this on your drive within 48 hours. So starting down here, you can see you've got the LED headlights with the daytime runners. And moving back a little bit, you've got your headlight wash system, you've also got your front parking distance control, you've got your titanium grey insert with your honeycomb grille, and you've of course got the S specific styling. You see moving around, you've got the nice sharp angles against the chrome styling in the titanium grey just on the bumper here, and you can also see all the way around here lovely straight flush lines, real nice curves that are accentuated with that deep pearl black. Now moving down onto here, you can of course see you've got your big nice 19-inch 5Y spoke alloy wheels, and you've got the black S caliper just behind it, just so it retains the knowledge you're driving something a little bit special. Moving up from there, you can see you've got your chrome and your honeycomb just on here with the S5 on the wing badging, and moving down you can see you've also got your satin finish just on the extended and flared side skirt as well, which give it that real nice aesthetic visual appearance. Moving on, you can see you've got your aluminium effect door mirrors just here, and you've got your chrome around the windows, which goes gorgeously against the deep gloss black paintwork, and you can also see you've got your gloss black B-pillar that separates both the windows just there. Now the S5 is renowned, even though it is a saloon, for having that gorgeous slope back and retaining its dedication and commitment to offering some of the most visually appeasing cars that are currently in production. And this really does help because it does retain that real nice bespoke sports look, even though it is a saloon. Now on here you can see you've got the big juicy quad exhaust on the back against a titanium grey diffuser. You've also got your chrome styling and rear parking sensors as well. When you click the boot up from just underneath the 4-ring badge, you can see you're greeted with a real nice big spacious boot, which is actually quite surprising given the set out of the car. Easily get a buggy, a pushchair, luggage, suitcases or suits in there, and you've also got your donut wheel just in the back. To close the boot, simply click the button and Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, your boot is on the way down. Now you can see coming around again, it's exactly the same looking as the other side. Fantastic lines, curves accentuated, and it's a real clean car. No signs of previous paintwork, no damage, no scuffs, no scrapes, no dinks, no dents. As we say in the motor trade, there are no hidden surprises. So that really is everything I can show you about this aesthetically from the outside, but let me get in the inside now and show you all the features. So moving on to the inside, you can see you're greeted by everything you'd associate with the Audi brand. Elegance, refinement, incredible bespoke attention to detail and styling, and possibly the best interior available on a car of its age. You have of course got the quilted Super Sport Nappa leather seats, black Nappa leather, white contrast stitching, massage function, heated function and electrically operated. You've also got that chrome styling that goes really nicely all the way across the dashboard, almost as a centre console trim. You've got the digital display on your air conditioning, media system there with all your audio options, and it just flows gorgeously into the door card that's half Alcantara. But we'll take a look at the driver's one in more detail, and you can see here you've got your standard Audi speakers just here. You've got the real nice white contrast stitching on the Nappa leather just on the door holder. And you can also see you've got your heated electrically adjustable mirrors, and electric windows. In the rear seats, they're also the quilted super sport leather, got the fold down armrest and cup holders, and you can see they've got Isofix as well. And even though it's a Sportback, you can see it's got real loads of room for all rear passengers. And if I come in a little bit further, you can also see that you've got your temperature settings, air conditioning vent and 12-volt charger for rear passengers as well. Just before I do get into the car, you can see you've got your illuminated door inlay just here as well with the S badging. And moving on inside fully, you can see that we've got your headlight settings which are auto, you've got your fog lights, and you've also got your instrument cluster lighting just here. So we'll shut that door. So you've got your push button start just here. So if I do click on there, you see turn it on once, that'll turn on all the dash lights. Foot on the brake, press it down, and you can see it starts with no problems, no delay, no lag. It's just a super straight car. That is definitely one that's going to please you. So on here you have of course got the virtual cockpit, but first you've got your temperature, you've got your fuel gauge, and your fuel cap is on the right hand side as you can see from the arrow on there. And you've also got your real nice large digital display on the big screen just here. Now to change it you will need to use these here, so we'll do an overview, and if you click on view you see you can change it, so you've got a single speedometer and you've got your other options on the right and left hand menus, or you can have it so you've got your revs and your speedo and you've got your information in the middle. If you use these buttons you can click across, you see you've got your capital extra FM at the minute, or DAB. You've also got your Bluetooth, and there is the virtual cockpit. Now if you do click view you can still change that, so you've got a mini nav just on the left, you've got your date and time on the right, but if you really wanted to you could change that to having your DAB, your mobile phone. But for me you need virtual cockpit. The whole display visually it's just incomparable, it's absolutely immense. But what you can also do of course on the steering wheel is you have your different controls here. For your navigation volume you have your drive select button, although you can change that function on the media system, voice control, Bluetooth telephone, volume control and mute. And on here of course you can skip through, got view, go back and click OK. And moving down you can see you've got your lighting for your high beam here, you've got your pedal shift option for changing down a gear, pedal shift option for changing up, and of course your wipers as well. The steering wheel, many people moan about ones that don't have a flat bottom, but Audi have addressed this by making the rounded bottom wheel even better looking. It's got a nice concave finish, it's real nice and real sturdy, finished in the Nappa leather with a white contrast, and of course the S logo and piano gloss black inserts just there. And moving around, what we'll do before we get on the media, you can see now that brushed aluminium in real good condition, real nice addition to the cabin. Anybody who likes brushed aluminium will tell you it gives it a real luxurious look. And of course you've got your QUATTRO badging, which just gives you further reassurance that you are of course able to take this car anywhere at any time in any condition and not have any issues thanks to its fantastic four-wheel drive system. Now the media control isn't touchscreen, it is all controlled from this, which is very similar to the BMW iDrive, so we'll go through all the options with you now. We'll start from the top. So if you click on menu and on car, first thing that comes up is your drive select. So in dynamic mode, which it's in now, that's basically the sports mode with a better name. So that will give you uprated throttle response, higher rev ratio, it will give you better steering, and it will give you an all-round more appeasing and performance-based drive. You can, however, click on individual, and to change out and configure it, push that to the right, and you'll see you can change engine in the gearbox, so you can have it to auto or the sports mode. So you get that, so it goes in a bit of a nicer thing, and you get a better sound that comes through the speakers, which is of course the synthesized engine noise known as Sound Couture, found on all the VW brand. You can change your steering to comfort, auto or dynamic, and of course you can change your engine sound as well. Now for me, I would have it in dynamic, but you've also got auto, which you can instantly tell changes the engine noise down. So if you listen again, it takes it dead. So this hasn't got to be all out balls out all the time. This is a fantastic crossover between having luxury, refinement, comfort, executive and real elegance, or you can put it in dynamic mode and it does become a bit of an animal. You've also got comfort, which is of course the car adapts. It does restrict some speed and some features, but it allows you to have the most comfortable drive possible. And you've got efficiency, which is of course ready for the go greeners, and you can see on there it gives you the economy tips. But it will give you the better and the best fuel efficiency and the easiest way of driving without using lots of fuel. And that is the Audi Drive Select menu. But if you do click left on there, you can also click into vehicle settings, which you can change your date and time. Your steering wheel button here, as I've said, you can change drive select, voice guidance. You can always do navigation, hide the traffic or the messages. I mean, you can change loads of things, but for us, we always say it's best to have your drive select so you're not fiddling down here when you're driving. You've got your seats, and of course you can change your driver's seat to have it as easy entry if you wish. And you can also change your exterior lighting, your background lighting. So if you click on this, you can see you can change the brightness or how dark it is. Central locking, you can also change on there. Now, driver assistance wouldn't be an Audi without a massive amount of driver assistance. You've got your speed warning, you've got your parking aid, you've also got your efficiency assist, Audi Presense, you've got drowsiness detection or attention assist as they call it in VW, but on here they call it rest recommendation. That'll basically just glow up a coffee cup when it thinks it's time for you to pull over and have a bit of a break. You've got rain sensor, so as soon as they feel the rain, the wipers will kick in, and that's pretty much all on there. You've got air conditioning, which brings up a nice little funky graphic when the aircon is on, but we'll show you that on the digital display. And of course you've got servicing and checks, which is your TPMS, your oil level, your service intervals, your car information, and your wiper change position. But if you click on service intervals, you can see that the next one isn't due for just under a year. How about that for reassurance? And you've also got your owner's handbook just there. So if I click back into the menu, you can go on the sound, and of course you can change the bass and the treble to sound like Davey DMX back in the day, and just make that sound real crisp and clarity for you. You've also on here of course got FM, DAB, you've got AM as well, but let's face it, if you've got DAB, you don't really need any of the other two. You've also got media options, which of course if you wanted to connect your Bluetooth, you've got auxiliary, you've got your CD, you've also got your Bluetooth media interface, USB and SD card as well. And if you were to carry on, you've got Bluetooth telephone, simply connect device to the Audi MMI system and you're good to talk on the go. You've got navigation, you've got the map, you've got Audi Connect, and of course you've got the smartphone interface, and you've got further settings here, which are your measurement units, your display brightness, connections, reminder signal. You've got loads of different things on there. But for me, we're going to go back onto the map, and that is the media system covered. Another quirky feature is how long the air vent system is on this. It sounds ridiculous, but with something that big, there's no way you're ever going to feel the Jack Frost that is unfortunately upon us at this very moment in time. Now, to operate it, it's really simple. You've got two dials. It is dual zone, so you can see on here I can have it right down on low, which is really nice to tell me, but what I am going to do is just turn that down a little bit, and I've got it on high for the driver. You can also see the driver's heated seat is on, but I can amend that by pressing it, and that changes the severity and the warmth that is coming through the chair. You've also got your heated seat for the passenger, front windscreen on max, rear windscreen on max, and you've also got your tri-zone temperature here, where you can see you can set the rear and you can change it or sync it directly to the one temperature. But for us, we're going to have it tri-zone, means hot for me, cold for the wife, and even warmer in the back for my little girl. You can change where the air is distributed here, just on this button. You can change obviously where it's distributed on there in terms of 3-zone sync or rear, and on here you can change the severity of how much air is distributed into the cabin. On the aircon, you can turn it on, you can turn it off, or you can put it on eco mode, and you can also change where the air is distributed on the driver's side as well. Turn it off using this, recirculation using that button, and that is the aircon. Moving down here, you have got of course the Audi Drive Select, which brings it up on there, but it is the option that you can use even easier if you just click the button on the steering wheel. You can see you can flick through it, which for us is much easier when you're driving. Do it with your thumb, job's a good un. You've got auto start stop on or off, for which you'll turn it off because it's quite pointless. Now, traction control or ESC, this is your rear wheel drive. Obviously it is a 4-wheel drive car, but this will allow more power to be sent to the rear wheels, which means it could be a little bit excitable in conditions like today. So only if you really know what you're doing, turn this button off. Don't do it if it's your first rear wheel drive car as such, because it can surprise you at times. You've also got your audible parking sensors on or off, and when you click it, you can see you've got it just on here with the parking distance control. To turn your media screen off, you simply click that button and that fades to black. Moving down, you've got your 12-volt socket charger, you've got your illuminated cup holders just here, and you've of course got your iDrive controller here, of which we've just gone through. Now the main thing on this is of course the S-tronic gearbox, which means you do have the ability, when used with a paddle shift or the control itself, to have that manual gearbox feeling on an automatic car. Really simple to use. Foot on the brake, but you'll see unless you press the button, that doesn't change gear. Hold that in, push that down to D, that deluminates, and it illuminates just on here of where you are and what you're driving. If you click it down, you'll see on there you've got the D1 on the left hand clock just there, and that means that you're in drive 1, which is automatic mode. If you press the gear lever down again with your foot on the brake, you'll hear the revs increase, and now you're in S1, which means you're in your sport shift mode or your sports gears. This just means that now you'll get that higher rev ratio, better throttle response, and it will give you a bit more of a performance based feel. Basically, it will hold on to the revs for a little bit longer, giving you further acceleration and better torque. But for us, we'll drop it down into D. But what you can do, you can also flick into your paddle shift at any time when you're driving, and basically you'll use this one to go down the gears and the plus button on the back to go up the gears. This mode is really only for the guys that really know what they're doing, but it does give you that total reassurance that when you're driving with both hands on the wheel and you want to make some good progress, you take traction control off, you use paddle shift, and you're well on your way. But one of my favourite bits about the gearbox is actually the shape. It's a super comfortable grip, it's really simple to use, and it's encased in this gorgeous brushed aluminium, but it's been coloured in black, and it gives it a real nice, real elegant effect. You've also got the S-Line logo here, and you've also got your volume control, and the holder there, which I dare you to try it when you get it, is perfect for your Audi key. What you've also got just down here is your cruise control with the speed limiter, and of course you've got your manual adjustment for the steering wheel just here. Now what you've also got here is, of course, you lift it up, you've got your media interface, and you've got your Audi key that you can put just in there, and you've got lots and lots of storage. You can also push that down, and you can see that is encased in the Nappa leather with the white contrast stitching. So that, guys, really is pretty much everything in the 13 minutes and 58. This Audi S5 from on the inside. It's a super cool looking car, and it's certainly a lot hotter than what the weather would tell you here. But if you're still not sure, just remember that every single car here at Emerald is treated to the 128 point check prior to retailing. This just means that our really vastly experienced gang of both body shop and mechanical technicians give this a thorough, meticulous check over, all of which you can see the results on the advert under vehicle inspection. We also give a fresh MOT for anything with less than 6 months MOT on there, and we service every car with a new oil and filter as soon as it arrives on site, just to stop any potential confusion or cross-contamination of products. We're able to offer a vast array of finance options, and of course we welcome part exchange. So if you have any questions, do please get in touch with myself, Victoria, Tom or Mark in the sales team, and we'll be more than happy to help. For me, it's a big thank you for watching, and we really can't wait to meet you at HQ in the not so distant future. See you later.
One of the most important factors when buying a used vehicle is figuring out who to trust. Buying a car is a massive financial commitment, and you need to be 100% confident in the company that you choose. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google, Facebook and Auto Trader, hundreds of video testimonials, and the jewel in the crown are the multitude of awards we've won over the past number of years, including UK Independent Dealer of the Year, Independent Community Dealer of the Year, and most recently, Used Car Retailer of the Year. Integrity and transparency are really important to us at Emerald in how we conduct our business. We're the only dealership with a multi-award winning weekly YouTube show which pulls back the curtain and lets you see the inner workings of how a car dealership operates. We cover all aspects of the day-to-day running, from buying, selling, sourcing, after sales, and of course everything that goes on over at our RAC approved workshop.
Every one of our cars undergoes a 128-point vehicle inspection by our team of experienced technicians. Any item that aren't up to our approved standards, we rectify and replace parts needed with manufactured approved parts. We also service every car and put a fresh MOT on ready for its next owner. When we are happy the car is in A1 mechanical condition, over it goes to our body shop for paint correction or wheel refurbishment, then finally onto our detailing team. Essentially, we want to ensure that when the car reaches its new owner, it's at its very best. For the road ahead, we've got you covered for a comprehensive 90-day warranty, which can be extended for 1, 2 or 3 years, depending on your preference. We are proud to be partnered with the market-leading warranty providers that match up to our own high standards, providing customers with genuine support when they need it.
We've also got you protected for all unfortunate circumstances, such as having your car written off or stolen throughout your time owning the vehicle. We're really pleased to be able to offer a great RAC, gap and return to invoice insurance product, keeping you safe long after you've left our showroom.
If you are local to us and want us to take away the headache of keeping your car well maintained, our service plans could be just the ticket for you. Payable monthly and carried out in our fully equipped RAC approved garage, every service comes complete with a free health check to keep you and your vehicle safe and secure on the journey ahead, and also protect the future value of your car by maintaining that all-important service history.
And when it comes to protecting your car's interior and exterior against stains, scuffs, contaminants, all of our encompassing Guardex paint and fabric protection ensure the aesthetic appearance of your new vehicle remained unaltered and improved to an almost better than new finish. It's a great opportunity to protect against the best and worst that Mother Nature has to offer.
And last but not least, if you do need to take out finance for your new vehicle, we have a panel of over 35 lenders, including Santander, with rates as low as 7.9% APR, always guaranteeing you the lowest possible interest rate. For a free finance check, which won't affect your credit rating, click the finance tab on our website to fill out a 2-minute application that lets you know beforehand what your monthly payments are likely to be. We've got loads of PCP, HP and lease options available, depending on your personal preference and budget. So if you want to speak to me or my team of finance experts for any help and advice, please don't hesitate to pick up the phone. We're here to help.
Our goal at Emerald is not just to sell cars, it's about creating lasting relationships and customers for life. But don't just take our word for it. Here's what some of our customers had to say about their very own Emerald experience.
And how would you rate us out of 10? 10 being probably the best car dealership in the UK.
Definitely 10. Oh, I'd definitely say 10.
I'm going to say 10. 10.
10 obviously.
10.
10 I suppose.
Definitely a 10.
I would give you a 10.
It's got to be a 10.
I'd give you a 10.
Well, it's obviously a 10, isn't it?
Obviously a 10.
Mate, more than 10.
Can I say 11?
Straight million. Straight million.
Way more than 10.
I would say 10.
Oh, I'd go as far as saying 11.
Definitely a 10.
10, yeah.
A 10.
I can say 10.
In the 11.
Well, it's got to be a 10.
Definitely a 10. If I could give you more than a 10, I definitely would.
I'd definitely say a 10.
10. I'd give you a 10.
I'd give it a solid 10.
I would say 10.
10 out of 10.
I'll give you a 10 then. Sounds
Give it a 10.
10. And I'll give you a 10 out of 10.
Gotta be a 10.
I'd give you a 10.
I would rate you a 10. 10 out of 10, 100%. It's gotta be 10 out of 10, isn't it?
That's an easy one, isn't it? It's 11.
11 out of 10.
I'll give you 10. Because I came back, didn't I? And I'll be back again.